Okay, everybody. Mouse cursor, get out of there. Wow, okay. Let's start this again. So, you may notice that I did go back and get that Lumicite shard. There's a reason for this, and that is that I missed 2 items in the 12,000 BC Dimensional Vortex. Actually, I think I missed a lot more than that, but there's only 2 pieces of equipment. And of those, we are not going to equip all of them, but we are going to equip at least 1. So let's take a look at this new piece of armor for Magus, the Shadow Plume Robe. This gives him 20 extra magic defense and auto shell, and plus 2 defense compared to the Saurian leathers. But as you can see, his stats right now are such that that's actually not that helpful. And honestly, Magus does not need 20 extra magic defense. We don't even have an accessory to buff that up on him, and he's already hit the max. It's completely useless. The auto shell is nice, but again, that doesn't really matter until/unless we get another 3 speed tabs. He'll probably max out his strength naturally. Well, naturally counting whatever steroids I've given him, which maybe he still would have maxed out his strength anyway. So, this is not really a helpful item to have for the moment, but okay. Cool that it exists. Thanks, guys. The one that's more interesting is one for Marl. And you can see that this has no attack power whatsoever. It drops her base attack power completely, but it has a special amount of damage that it deals. In that it deals a solid 777 every attack. Now you might be asking yourself what happens when a fixed damage attack crits. Well, it doesn't. This weapon cannot crit, but it always deals exactly 777 damage. Which sounds really bad when you consider that the cap is 99.99, but we have not been getting anywhere near that with anything at this point. In fact, for the most part, damage tends to stay at 3,000 and below, and that 3,000 requires you to use big stuff. Outside of... Excuse me one second. Pardon me. Outside of getting Ayla to max level and getting her Bronze Fist, which allows her to crit for 9,999 damage, or getting Robo's special weapon, the Apocalypse Arm, in this version of the game, which has terrible attack, but also crits for 9,999. 777 is actually completely respectable compared to most other characters. In fact, if we take out Robo, who's an outlier right now because he's got the Dragon Tier or whatever equipped that boosts his damage. I think it's the Prism specs that he has right now. 777 is actually at or slightly above most characters' non-crit damage. So being able to basically trade away your crit chance for something like 1.25 times damage regular attack is not horrible for most characters. This is actually a very good weapon. It just doesn't seem like it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to equip that. But also, you may have noticed from the music, we are back in the 600 AD Lost Sanctum. So we're going to hand this dude the Lumicite shard. And we're going to get one other piece of special equipment after some hammering noises, and we obtain the Elemental Aegis. This is, I think this is Luca exclusive, but I could be wrong. In fact, we're going to double check that it's not in anybody else's equipment set here. And yeah, there we go. Not as strong defensively as the Prismatic Dress, and obviously it takes away our speed buff from the Tabin suit, but it makes us immune to all elemental damage. That is not to be sneezed at. That's a pretty good item for you, Luca. Let's see if we can... is the speed ring going to be a better bet for her than anything else? I mean, the gold stud is not a bad option. But I think the speed ring is the one that gives her the most, well, most speed. Which is about all we need at this point for her. Because, wow, it's like there's one unifying best stat almost. Good game design. Happens entirely by accident, I swear. So with that out of the way, we are going to go and visit one of the other dimensional vortices, and we're gonna work on finishing off the game here. Because admittedly, we've been at this for a while, and we should probably actually see about beating it at some point. That seems like a smart idea to me. Or I guess I could just leave everybody hanging forever or something, who knows. I think this is... oh no, it's over here. Right? It's above Genodome, yeah? Yeah. Alright. Let's go. Get a nice color palette here, a little bit more Zeal music. And here we are. Our first destination is the first page of the Denodoro Mountains. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but these areas are all randomized, and I think each dungeon has one new special room to it compared to the others. Which I guess we'll find out once we're through with this. So, yes, by the way, this also confirms a thing that I was never really sure of, and that is that, yes, you can actually go back into the Dimensional Vortex dungeons after you're done with them. For some reason, I thought that was not a thing, and I couldn't exactly tell you why I thought that. Maybe it's just because I never tried, or something. Alright, this is under Aristome. Can we just go out this way? No. That thing is completely inoperable. That's a shame. So I took the long route and had to dodge more garbage fights as a consequence. Well then, thanks game. And this is going backwards from the Reptite lair, I think. Means there's a few fights that are, like, not avoidable that will just come at you from off-screen, basically, if I recall correctly. It's also kind of a maze, even if you do see where the footprints are. On the other hand, these enemies are going to be super easy. So at least we got that going for us. Oh, hi guys. Thought we got past these. And yet, nope. We are now dealing enough damage to kill them before they form switch, which is neat. I was going to say, although Magus might fail against that, but I guess they're not that beefy. I seem to recall those enemies having like 500 HP for some reason. Which is kind of a lot for that point in the game, but also... this game can be a little bit funny with stuff like that, so it's not necessarily impossible. Oh hey, I'm really going the wrong way. In case you couldn't tell from your end of the video, yes, the map on the bottom screen is a little bit hard to read. Hey, look, more fights that I didn't even see the enemies for, and they were just like, hey, yeah, we're gonna put this on screen out of nowhere for you. Shame you didn't dodge the magic pixel. Well. Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I remember that log bridge sprite. I can't believe I didn't think, oh, yeah, I gotta go across the log. Clearly, because I don't think about this area very much at all. Ooh, this will be a new room. You can tell from the music being a little unusual. To answer a question for you, huh? The statue behind Magus when you fight him. How many arms does the statue have? I think it's 4. It's been a while. It's been a minute anyway. Alright. And so we can go forward, but I am going to try to check everything and make sure there isn't like a chest hidden as one of these other sprites. Anything in the sink? If I drop a ring on it, I can figure out what kind of ring it is by the message it plays. This makes his true name. It's Janus! I like the idea of him being Fritz, though. That would be really funny. For those of you who forgot, Fritz is the guy from... I almost said from 1-net, which is telling you where my brain is. The guy from 1000 AD who was set to be executed. We just ran a shop. And the giant skeletal monster that attacks Xenon Bridge in the Middle Ages, that would be Zombor. They try to fool you by putting in the name of one of its palette swaps, which technically you don't have to encounter Melfeeks by this point, so that's interesting. Kid? Yeah? Also known as Marl. I wonder if this changes depending on names you input for these characters. Except for Flea, obviously, who can't be named. And this is the room right before the entrance to the Mountain of Woe. So we get our mud beasts here. These guys should go down in like 2 hits most. Oh, maybe a little more than that. They're a little bit more stout than I remember. Of course, it doesn't help that nobody's landing any crits. Chrono, goddammit, that's like your entire thing. You have a sword that gives you 70% crit chance. Quit being such a scrub. That's nicer. That's what I like to see. Yeah! Even Magus is getting in on the action. And he stopped it. Nice. Well, that made the fight even freer than usual. Okay, that should be enough rooms to get us to the midpoint here, right? Yeah. So, I don't think we're in such a condition that we need to heal, but let's go ahead and save. Fill this area out. Go in here. Ooh, this one is a little bit complicated, I think. This is the Temporal Research Lab. So I guess this is sort of the ancestor to Chronopolis a little bit. I'm pulling up a map so that way I don't miss any of the good stuff, because at this point, it's not exactly impossible that I could do that. Ah, I see. It's a conveyor belt maze, huh? Note, the Director of Research ought to have the security lock release code written down somewhere in this room. Strange one, though. Always writing in codes and what have you. Knowing him, he probably wrote it down backwards. Well, that probably is... Oh. Well, that freaked me right out. Well, apparently that thing's defense wasn't boosted enough. It's just a matter of actually being able to hit the damn thing. Which is a bit of a problem. Let's go this way. Go through this wall. We end up over here. There's some stuff to pick up in here. 50K. Wait a sec, is this just the ancient forest? The Lost Sanctum forest? It kind of looks like it. Well, still, let's pick up our stuff here. Got a Mega Elixir, that's always nice. The Apocalypse Arm. There it is. I mentioned this before, and you will notice that it has, once again, no attack power, just like Robo's other ridiculous items. And it is specifically made to go with crits. We're going to give Robo, instead of the Prism specs, we're giving him the Dragon's Tear. And we're going to see if we can do some pretty good stuff with that. The answer is probably going to be... But, you know, that's a little hard to spell, so we'll just have to deal with the consequences of our foolish actions. And we obtain for ourselves another Mega Elixir. Those are always good eating. Okay, so it appears it's just a treasure room, which I'm not going to complain about. Because this room is usually full of a very large amount of monsters, which are mostly pretty underwhelming, but they tend to show up in up to 6 per pack, and it's not exactly a good time. It's not like a 6 Magikarp trainer where you face them all one at a time and they're fucking Magikarps. These guys are like the higher level Magikarps that actually have tackle. And you face all 6 of them at once, which can get pretty annoying pretty fast. They probably won't kill you, but they will be annoying. And that counts for something, that's for sure. Yeah, you can see Robo's not exactly doing a ton of damage with his non-crit attacks. But I'm sure that things will turn around in that regard eventually. Hey, here's a note. LLAB. Don't you like things that are round? Yeah, apparently, judging by that, yes you do. So, clearly the security code is actually ball. Balls, 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 balls. Oh, sorry. I probably don't need to do that as much. As much as what? I'm not 100% sure, but... Alright, sorry, I was reading a map. I am I forget if I said this already, but I'm absolutely using a map for this because I would like to avoid losing out on any of the nice items in any of these places. Or if they're not nice, at least they're interesting. Alright, so we got some lasers blocking this door. Got some more killbots around here. Intrusion detected, huh? Oh. We got bonked away. Well, we got to fight these, which is what I was looking for. These things are called prototypes. And it looks like they are fairly durable. And of course, they have that sleep move that, like, everything has that is not going to actually do anything. Robo, I gave you a crit chance buffing item. This is why that's not such a great strategy. But yeah, a little bit of electricity will help handle these dudes a little better. They're just like dinosaurs, except they're robots. God, I swear Robo's crit chances are worse with the Dragon Tier and the Apocalypse Arm than they were with just the Dragon Arm. That's pretty sad. Alright, so I guess this is actually a stealth. Yeah, we get more of this. You know, imagine thinking your JRPG needs a stealth section. Yeah, I said before that these are better than The Lost Sanctum, and they still are, but there's definitely some design choices being made here, that's for sure. Yes. B-A-L-L. Hooray! Our security system has been disengaged. Well, that makes things, in theory, a little bit easier. About to find out otherwise, I'm sure. Alright, so this side is still locked, so we're not done there. Okay, this should at least send us over to the other side of the room after a fight that is far longer than it needs to be for our purposes, but eh. Alright. Out we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Lock controller, please. Oh, they're onto us. Administrator registration East Wing required to engage lockdown. Yep, we're stuck. That is most unfortunate. Thankfully, over on the other side of the map, we do have a party of folks who can help us out here. To our east, from which we can release this lock. Alright, so now we gotta go back through the conveyor belt maze and get to the east chamber. And that involves getting into fights with these chuckleheads again. On the other hand, at least we do have Frog in our party, so we have some nice AoE heals if things go in a direction where that'll be super important. Well, at least Luca can land a hit. I'm not sure how this thing responds to magic, but yeah. There you go. There's the effect of the Venus bow in action. A nice flat 777 damage. Again, very simple, but can't complain too much. Huh, that wall pod is all the way open. That's weird. Well, that was weird. Okay, so this is a teleport maze. I don't know that I enjoyed that. Okay, so we want to go this way in order to go pick up a magic capsule. Nice. And this takes us back to the starting room. 3 is not useful, so we don't go straight ahead, we go to the right. And then we go over here, dodging the battle. This takes us to there. Alright, so we go down. Go this way. We go pick up a regal plate. So let's take a look at what this does, because this is definitely going to be a replacement for one of the boys. Alright, stamina plus 10, magic defense plus 10. I don't know if anybody needs that right now. But we'll see when we get the rest of the team back. If it helps anybody tank harder. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we go back through the rest of these iterations. Again, avoid this battle. Go through here. Down, and then go straight up. Alright, time for some fights. Again, probably just the same shit that we've seen before. Hey, it's a good thing those defense buffs don't matter to Marl. This is another type of enemy that this is good against, is anything that buffs its defense when it gets hit. Because then you don't have to care about that whatsoever. Excuse me. Like, these dudes, the prototypes will take great damage from Marl's bow because, yeah, it circumvents defense. Hey, that's a pretty nice hit from Luca. Oh wow, they actually can do damaging attacks. Amazing. Although the sooner this thing wishes to die, that would be better. Just because, wow, that's needlessly tedious without any lightning damage. I guess now might be a not so bad time to try and see if any of our magic works on this thing. On these things, rather. I mean, that's pretty decent. Oh yeah, I don't think we've shown off Flare yet, so... Let's see that if these guys survive this, which I think they will, yeah. And yeah, you can see it's basically the same animation that the Son of Sun used, which I just suddenly remembered. Oh yeah, that dude had Flare. Right. Alright, so you're gonna make me fight 2 prototypes? Fine, game. I can see one of us is an asshole and one of us is not. Okay, I don't know how true about not, but still. Yeah, certainly one of us is being an asshole right now. This is why you should build your parties a little better than I do, but eh. Oh god, what now? The Iron Maiden. What do you got for us? Number of the Beast? Not quite. What it does have is casting Osmos every time somebody hits it with an attack. That can get pretty annoying pretty damn fast. I'm actually going to go ahead and haste Marl and have her basically be the DPS for this fight, which is a wild concept, I know. Unless Luca just somehow manages to take this thing out in a single flare. Which I think is a little above her pay grade. Oh, well, it didn't respond to that with Osmos. That's pretty weird. Increasing its power, huh? Well, that's only slightly ominous. I hope this isn't like a true DPS check, otherwise it might be... Oh, you jerk. It just healed off of that. Wow. Fuck you, dude. Well, time to just sit here and continue mashing buttons. Oh, hey, it does the robo-tackle animation, and wow, that hit everybody really hard. That's actually kind of terrifying. And I'm sure it's because this party is not super durable, but eh. Oh god, why? So I gotta pause for a second and make Marl haste Frog as well. I'll do it. Oh, it's self-destructing. Please don't be strong enough to kill us. And thank goodness it wasn't. It's not like when a Pokemon uses self-destruct. Well, we managed to upset the computer so badly that it just shut down. And we register ourselves as admins, and the security lockdown should be over. Most excellent. Now I just have to go through the stealth section again the other way, don't I? Well, it looks like we can go through here the normal way, because, yeah, that thing does red light, green light. Alright. In we go. And it's time for a couple of battles with... Oh, jeez, we're fighting these things in just regular encounters. That's real pleasant. Someone decided that wasn't mean at all. So let's try just dumping some big techniques into things. Robo, damn it, can you please fucking land a critical hit, you stupid asshole. Not what I hired you to not do properly. There we go! Get a load of that. 99.99. Unfortunately, the critical hit rate is pretty abysmal. Which, you know, this game gives you something that operates off of that, and it's just going to make it as not great as possible. Well, that's a little bit on the crusty side. Move inside the electricity and get shocked more. Makes total sense to me. Oh. Oh boy. Don't like that. That's okay, this is the end room. Ouch. Oh, it cuts your HP in half every time, I guess. I didn't even notice that before. Wow. That's... Huh. Significantly less bad of an enemy, then. Excuse me. Jeez. I'm sorry. Alright, well, this should be the end of the line for us. Yep, go in the portal. And we end up in this gray and nasty cave. Twilight Grotto, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and use a shelter. See, I told you we didn't even need, like, half of these. Amazing. Save the game. We can leave if we want, but we don't want to do that just yet. Alright, it looks like Luca is getting a special encounter here. So I think this party will be fine. Can't wait for Robo to be no DPS whatsoever. Oh, she's got a little helper drone of some kind. Interesting. The Egg Exterminator, huh? I get it. Not a particularly good joke. Hey, get that shit out of here. Yep. Good job, Robo. Bringing us the good crits. Hey, is that going to end the fight? Not quite. 2 in a row, though. I mean, that's got to speed things up significantly. Yes. Nice. And we got a triple tech out the deal. Excellent. And Luca's going to get herself some buffs. Boosting her speed, magic, and stamina. And I would gladly accept her getting more speed anytime. Jeez. She's at 12 now, which is significantly more respectable than the 9 she had earlier. So, you know, points there. Now, before we move on, I'm going back in here in order to try and find a unique room. Because while we found the trial chamber, that's not the one for this area. There's actually another secret bonus room that has unique items in it. So hey, enjoy your fast forward. So I'm sure you guys want to see me go through this at regular speed, right? Alright, so we got Hecarim Cave, room 1 or so here. Alright, with that, I'll be right back, actually. Hang on. Okay, hi, sorry about the holdup. I'm back. Okay, this is gonna be the new map, right? This is the Ancient's Keep map. Ancient Keep, pardon me. Right? Yes. Okay, so this place should have some new gear for us to go and check around for. And of course, we got some of these garbage enemies from way earlier in the game. Still making the exact same sound effect for their attack. Pretty choice piece of music to be reusing. I'll give them points for that. Oh, okay, sure. Just get into a fight with me from halfway around the track. Makes total sense. Fast forwarding through these fights because fuck these enemies! We've already seen them so many times throughout this playthrough that I would like to go back to not acknowledging their existence. And again, I was nowhere near this thing, and it couldn't even really, like, see me if that's what somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, line of sight or something. Which, you know. 1, no. 2, fuck you. Alright. Luminaire. This should clear these out pretty easily. Yeah, that even gets a Shadow Blob. Alright. So this is sort of like a spiraling map a little bit. These dudes I'll let have the dignity of no fast forward because I don't hate these as much as the rats. There's a high potion. That's not much, but you know what? It means I don't have to scroll up and look at the list of items and be like, oh, I only need to get these chests or something. Okay, yeah, this is the wall we can walk through as an elixir. Oh, hey, those dudes don't want to see me from all the way over there. Is that so, guys? Too lazy, are ya? $50K. That is not the real prize, but it is quite a bit of gold, so that's nice. Dodge the bony boys. There is nothing in that room, right? Yeah, it's just some skeletons. This is what we want, the Master's Crown. This, I believe, is going to be a fairly good piece of headwear. Boosts damage and prevents status ailments. And it has better defense than what we're rocking already, so that's pretty solid. Is that more speed by 1? Yeah, how? Why is this... Huh. So I guess the Gloom Helm has a hidden speed up by at least 1. Huh. I did not realize that. Well, Chrono, you get the Master's Crown then. And now we go up through here. And we get to fight a nice group of 6 enemies to round things out. Alright. Now we can just finish up the rest of the garbage rooms and go. I don't know if we can sneak past this fight. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Unless there's a magic pixel that's not there that I don't remember, which is technically a possibility. Hey, look, it's the room I don't remember how to get through very well. We go on the upper path? There's a way to the upper path over there, right? There's also more garbage enemies. Yeah, I don't even feel like fighting these now. Immediately hold down the buttons and away we go. These things are not worth enough for me to bother with. And I don't feel like holding down the space bar anymore. Could you fuck off, please? I'm just trying to get through here. As I say that, they immediately start walking up to me a little bit closer. Say, I'm gonna be able to get away from these dudes, right? Alright, we cross the log. And this will be our way out. So that should put us through 4 out of 5 rooms. No, 5 out of 5 now, right? Yeah. And you just go out the left way here. Leave the area. Hello? There we go. Yes. Yes, we want to leave. Alright. We get the epoch and we go to 1000 AD. We can rest at Chrono's house, or possibly even the other place if we wish to. And by the other place, I mean Truce Inn, which is pretty cheap. Again, I don't know why I feel like I need to be stingy with gold, but apparently I'm just gonna be a jerk about it. Land in town, please. Alright, let's heal up. And get in the ship in order to go like 10 feet over. Into this tiny little area that's a little hard to land in. Although we did it pretty quickly. For the third and final dimensional vortex. Hey, an Ocean Palace room. And nice, we get some music that's just... The battle music doesn't override it. I do love the Ocean Palace theme. It's really good. Robo, have you never heard of a critical hit in your entire life, dude? I think I'm absolutely just going to switch him back to the Dragon Arm because that actually seems to function properly. Unlike the Apocalypse Arm, which has, like, dick all for crit chance, apparently. I don't know if the weapons have, like, special inbuilt crit percentages. I feel like I've read that they do, but I could also be completely wrong about that. Robo, you have one more chance to redeem yourself in this battle, which is to get a single crit at all at any point before I switch you back to the thing that is technically not your ultimate weapon. Oh, you jerks. That what's big in the streets is a multi-person combo attack. A multi-person combo attack, yes, as you would expect them to be. Alright, well, Robo, guess what? You're going back on the Dragon Arm, buddy. At the very least, you are going to get the Prism specs back, so that's kind of cool, right, dude? Yep. Equip the Dragon Arm, equip the Prism specs. I feel like we were supposed to, at some point, get an accessory that increased your crit chance and your damage. Could be wrong about that, though. So, I mean, clearly we've gotten basically everything at this point. Alright, here we go. Another gang of 4. Throw out some Dark Mist. That should probably kill all of them in one go. I don't mind taking a little extra time in this room because, again, this piece of music is really good. I like how that dude just shows up and he summons 4 of these dudes and then he just sort of fucks off for some reason. I have no idea why they were like, hey, yeah, we should do things like that. But you know what? It is what it is, and that's all it is. Alright, so we're in this room again. Teleport maze. There's no chest to get, so we can just brute force it. Ooh, this is interesting. This has got to be a new area. That waterfall background when it's repeated like that looks a little bit funky. So this place looks extra nasty. I like it. Name of this place, Hallowed Falls. Alright, get to the point, come on. I haven't got all day, just most of it. What is this? Chrono Trigger for ants? Well, sure feels like it. Oh god, this looks like crap. Going behind the background like that. That looks a little bit jank. How's it going, Zeffy, by the way? Good attack animation, actually. I like that. Revs up, starts spinning at everybody, and bounces off all of them. That was really dumb. It's going, huh? Well, at least in theory, it's not staying in place or something. I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm not good at this. Alright, so we're just going backwards through, like, literally one of the first screens of the game. Thanks a lot, Dimensional Vortex. And hey, it's the sewer. It's the noise room. Everybody's favorite, where you can pet the cat and get into a fight. Don't touch the save point. That summons enemies too. Which is, like, one of my favorite parts of this area. When you find it in the regular game. But here, it's just a distraction from us getting over here. And having a save point. Let's shelter up first. Because if I respawn and I'm not fully healed, I'm gonna look at myself like, hey, you're a dumb asshole, aren't you? And I'll be right when I say that, because at that point, I absolutely will be a dumb asshole. Alright, so now we go into the real dungeon of this area. And it's got some 65 million BC overworld music, and we are in the volcano area. It's just called the volcano. So, as I said before, this is alluding to a dungeon that was planned originally for Chrono Trigger, but they didn't actually finish it. I don't really know that there's, like, any real data evidence of it in the final game. I don't remember that. Like how there's the unfinished 12,000 BC Zeal dungeon. There's quite a few rooms for that are unused in the actual game. And, like, the Singing Mountain theme is still in the game and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that everything related to the volcano dungeon was actually removed. But it appears that there were plans for that were probably withdrawn. There we go. Let me figure out how to pronounce that word correctly. I really don't want to fight those fucking rats. I've seen those assholes enough already. It was probably withdrawn, pardon me, because there were already so many dungeons in 65 million BC for only 2 visits. So unless they were going to stick something else in there, or I guess have it as a side quest dungeon, which they could very well have done. But they chose not to, I guess. Probably because you get something similar to a 65 mil with, I almost called it Rust Tyranno Lair. No, it's called Giant's Claw. I'm sorry. Yeah, the place in 600 AD where you fight the Rust Tyranno. So this place, as you can tell, we're gonna have to raise and lower some things in order to, raise and lower some lava, I guess. I could have worded that better. And yet, here we are, in a world where I didn't word it better. Okay, so... yeah, that room goes over there. We can just go through one of these walls at a funny... yeah, there we go. Do that. Get ourselves a strength tab. And now we go through this wall again. Go down here. And we find ourselves right outside of things. And up here at this room that looks suspiciously like part of that fucking mountain, we find the Dream Reaper. That is another new ultimate weapon for Magus. This looks like a pretty interesting bit of gear. Because it gives us a nice attack boost, and it lets us do quad damage with our crits. I've got a feeling that it's practically never going to crit. It's going to probably be worse than the fucking Apocalypse Arm for that, but, you know. It's a cool idea. There is actually another quad crit damage weapon called the Shiva Edge or something that we didn't get in our playthrough, I don't think. Which is a shame, because it's a decent weapon, if I recall correctly. Oh yeah, see, there's Robo landing a crit now that I have the Dragon Arm back on him. What a champ. Yeah, come on, Magus, look at the rest of this party and pull your damn weight. Just sits here constantly roasting him because, well... you know, he's spent long enough being basically one of our best party members that we made, you know, everybody gets a little bit, right? Also, fuck these rats. I'm just going to really use the nuclear option on these fuckers. I don't want to think about these anymore. Get them out of my face. Oh, hey, look, it's another one of these big red things. Remember when the original enemy that used this sprite used an insta-kill attack as a counter in the Black Omen, and it scared the dog shit out of me? Meanwhile, these guys are just sacks of HP that cast weak fire magic. It's almost a little disappointing. I don't think we need to get in that fight. We do need to get in this wall, though, and pick us up a Spell Slinger. That is a weapon for Luca. Last digit of MP determines damage. See, this is one that sounds like it could be manipulated, but I don't remember, like, what the trick behind it is. So I'm actually going to take, like... we're going to say 1 minute and 25 seconds, and I'm going to go look this up on Chrono Compendium and see if it tells me anything about how to use this. I mean, alternately, it could not tell me what the trick is. Oh, hey, here's a thread on the Game FAQs forum from 2018. Thank you, Google. Okay, so it sounds like if she's at 9, that's going to do the best amount. If it's X9, rather, that'll do the best amount of damage it can. So we're gonna put Robo on the bench for a little bit and bring in somebody who's 5 levels lower and see what kind of damage we can get out of this thing while she's at full mana. Like, maybe she can actually hurt things decently with a physical attack. That would be pretty cool. However, this seems to be a comparatively under-researched subject. And to be fair, I don't necessarily know that I blame anybody for that. Oh, hey, look, it's the purple blob duders. We've seen these before. $882, that's not bad, but I believe this weapon can't crit either, so you do have that issue to deal with. But hey, still pretty cool. Learning about that is kind of neat. But that also means get back on the bench, Luca. We're bringing Robo back in here. Hey, look at all these blobs. As they all have their turns queued up and they have surprisingly long attack animations, huh? That made me worried for a second. Hey, an elixir. Nice. Take strength tab any day of the week. And once we're done going up all these ladders, we go in here and find a weird switch in the wall. Push that in. Bit of rumbling. And hey, the lava drained out over here. We don't have to do a long-ass backtrack. That's nice. Alright, here comes another one of the big boys. Making a nice slam like that, and this reminds me a little bit of the Moleville Mines in Super Mario RPG. I was like, what was that called? It's called Super Mario RPG. I mean, technically it does have a secondary title. It's called, subtitle, pardon me. You know, the full name is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, but I just kind of forgot that. Oh, hey, there's a couple items up here. Oh, nice. Hey, another revive. Hey, yet another Master's Crown. Nice, nice, nice. An item that presents a little bit of the old, what do I want to use on anybody? And in fact, I'm going to go put the Vigil hat back on Frog. We're going to put the Master's Crown on our boy Robo. Even though we're losing out on auto haste, can max out his magic defense by throwing the Regal Plate on him. But we're going to take that extra damage boost, and we're going to see if he does even more ridiculous shit. And that is certainly my hope, is that Robo is going to be the hardest of hard carries. I wish I had another source of auto haste, but, you know, I think that would probably end up being a little bit busted in most cases. No matter what it is. Like, oh, hey, here's an accessory that fits in that slot, you know. The one that's usually just going to be filler for, like, a speed ring or something. I'm kidding, there's a lot of actually good accessories. But again, balance in this game, right? Like, come on. This game does not understand the concept of balance all that well. Alright, down we go, down we go, down we go, and go in here. And that brings us to yet another switch. Hit this. Greater surveillance ladder. Press the switch. Yeah, let's just hope that doesn't fill this room in with lava. No, it shouldn't. Is there only the 2 switches in this dungeon? Yeah, there are only the 2 switches that we have to hit, so we do that, we go the rest of the way around, dodge the fireball. That dude out of here. And go this way. Time for the long walk up the rim of this big lava bowl. It's just like playing Minecraft, except you can't fall off the edge. If you could, I'd be crying right now, but I digress. It's a chest. It's just a high potion. I guess they're really expecting me to have used a lot more of those, but I did not, so har har har. Nice. I mean, not so much the damage, but the rest of it, sure. Oh, hey, one last fight that we couldn't see to account for at the very end here, and let's see. I mean, I guess we can electrocute them, but I don't know that. Oh, so can we not do like linear hits with Robo Tackle? Is that not a thing, and I've just been lying this whole time? Because surely there should be no way that I could hit only one of those with that. Oh god. Yeah, that AoE magic may not have been the most ideal thing. Well, Chrono, you better kill both of these or we're fucked. Son, you are fucked! Oh, BioShock. What a game that was. It was certainly a video game. And then Ken Levine got mad and that people didn't find some parts of his game, you know, cool enough and made BioShock Infinite, which was absolutely terrible. Again, probably something that's going to upset some people, but it is very much a divisive game, so at least it'll only be some people. Alright. We're not at full mana, and we probably don't need the full heal, but we'll take it anyway. by doing this, we should be triggering a bonus boss here. I'm not sure if this is literally just in this era or not. Yeah. That's, Oh wow, it's not Johnny from that music. Dalton, what the fuck are you doing here? This Magus is just groaning internally. Alright, so here we go. The once king Dalton. Oh no, he's got cheap dollar store knockoffs of our moves. We gotta kick his ass for that one. I'm pretty sure this dude doesn't really do anything too special, but he's a reasonably lengthy fight, as you would hopefully expect something in the post-game to be. Oh, he's gonna buff himself a little bit. Now might not be a bad time to heal Beam in order to be able to take things a little bit. Oh wow, he's not taking any damage from that. Oh wow, he's got dark matter of his own, huh? He just calls it something different. MP Buster, huh? I don't like that. Oh, there he goes, belching. Does that mean he's dead? He's dead. Yep. Whoop his butt! Raise the greatest army the world has ever seen in Poor and used to wipe Guardia off the map. Yeah, so... You know, petulant revenge, etc. The dog yelps. Thank you, Magus. Magus still kind of proving that the writers really wanted to give him the best line. Something, something, wow, this is where Nomura's career started, basically, huh? Anyway, yeah, that's supposed to tie back to Chrono Cross and be like, oh, hey, that's where and when he gets the idea to give stuff to the poor military, and that's how they're able to overcome Guardia, and one of the causes of everything getting all fucked up. And most people who are fans of that just sort of look at it like, okay, that's... come on. Robo calling us Sir Chrono. That seems a little bit off writing-wise. Alright, it looks like we're going up front here. Yeah, this party will be fine. And yeah, we've got the Steel Shade. This matches the other shades, and this one I know is weak to dark, so we're gonna use our Shadow Magic here to help deal with things. Speaking of which, he is incredibly counter-happy, as you can see. I'm sure it won't be a problem, though. Why'd I do that? I should have just used a regular, should just use Dark Matter. Yeah, this thing's damage is not impressive, but it does a lot of attacks, and we don't really have a great way of making this fight go super fast. But I guess on the other hand, when we fought against the Luca Shade, we did pretty much just trivialize it because that's when Robo decided to pull out all of his crits. He was just like, yeah, okay, this is when we're doing this. Come on, Magus, land a crit, man. I mean, I got this cool scythe for you. The least you can do is show off its full usage, right? And folks, that's a good reason to just keep the haste helm on Robo, is that way he can heal after any of that stuff, because yikes. There we go. Yeah, look at that quad damage crit. Fun times. And there we go. We have defeated the Steel Shade, and we're going to get some free stats for it. Including probably some more speed that we don't need because we've already... Yeah, speed, strength, and accuracy. We've already maxed out speed, game. Believe me, I don't need that. For once. Alright, so... With that, all we should really need to do now is go to the end of time, heal up, talk to Gaspar, and then we can fight the true final boss of the game. Hey! Alright. Cover. Hey, dude. What's up? Yeah, what's up? Okay, here seemed a bit different as of late. Still connected to the Day of Lavos, but there's more, huh? Great power flows into it from some distant plane, far beyond even the darkened borders of Time's eclipse. It is a power similar to that of Lavos, but not entirely the same, a fearsome presence to be sure. Yet I sense longing and loneliness there as well. A hint as to what is going on here, possibly? But I can't say I recommend it. Yeah, well, I got bad news, sir. We are going to be doing it anyway. This Master's Crown doesn't seem to be doing a ton for us. I'm going to re-equip the Haste Helm. Meanwhile, Chrono is going to keep his. Because I don't want to put him in a Nova armor or whatever. Yeah, I think it's the Nova armor. Save up. And now it's time to go and inspect the bucket. To Time's Eclipse. And away we go to the darkness beyond time and some heartbeats. Well, it appears to be inside the Lavos fight. The Prophet, huh? Or at least that version of Magus. Hey, dude. Yeah? What do you got for us? Feast upon thoughts, dreams, and memories. Oh, I got a feeling you're gonna get your ass whooped once again. Just like you usually do. Not for nothing, my dude, but, you know. Alright, well, they give you a screen to confirm. Let's get into the fight. Appears to have Schala imprisoned in it. Oh wow, it's like the final boss of Chrono Cross. Don't touch each other, you'll cause a time paradox. I am genuinely curious to know what that, like, staff spear thing he has. Oh, I see Shala's hit her emo phase. Are we sure that this isn't what she always was like to begin with, and she just was pretending to be cordial to us? Well, regardless, it's time to fight this boss. Hey, what are you doing with your opening attack? A pretty fair chunk of damage. Nothing we can't deal with, though. I'm pretty sure we're going to be handling this just by basically mashing our biggest spells into it, as we often do with a lot of things. I mean, it'll take a minute, but yeah, this thing has a lot of defense and noticeably less magic defense. Again, if my memory is serving me correctly. Well, okay, I guess Robo is gonna be a little bit less than useful in that regard. Yeah, see, in addition to the fact that it responds with MP Buster when you physically attack it, it has great physical defense. Its magical defense is a little bit lesser. Still pretty damn high, but not exactly, you know, not as much as that physical defense, which is just obscene. Excuse me. Let's try throwing out, we can't area bomb it, because of course not. Let's try throwing out some electrocute. Again, just spending a huge amount of MP for that, but honestly, let's see how the damage is. Is it good? Oh, it's good! As I said before, Robo is a fucking monster! Now that we've drugged him up some, he is capable of disgusting acts. Unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten to put a status of unity on Robo again, so that could be a bit of a problem, but he did snap out of it instantly. Alright, so I think his defense is down from doing that. We'll see in a second. It's certainly less. Unfortunately, if he's going to counter with Chaos Zone every time we use physical attacks on him, that's not going to be tenable. Because Robo is now using the Regal plate instead of the Nova armor. Oh, he's going to absorb magic for a little bit of... Well, okay, I guess the supposedly untenable thing is going to have to be the way of the future here. The way of the future to protect our past, or something, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. But now that he's done his Destruction Reigns from the Heavens EX, he should be back to normal, normal stats. No, he's gonna be a butthole. Okay. Thanks a lot, Lavos. I'm so glad you're a complete lord of poop. Apparently. Ouch! Fuck, dude. That's a lot of damage dealt to Robo, and that is a lot of damage from that devastating physical attack. Jesus. Alright, so he's starting to charge up. Robo targeting the correct target. Oh, this is going to be really rough because, yeah, Chrono just died. Oh, well, Robo just died too. I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think that's RIP. Okay, I need to not be stupid here, and I need to put the thing back on Robo. Oh, but hey, we get to see the future refused to change screen, right? Yeah, in the end, the future refused to change. They changed the translation of that for some reason. I don't know why, but they did. I almost never see that, by the way. Because, honestly, the final boss of this game is quite easy. A little bit scary at times, but still super, super easy. In fact, that may be the only time I've seen it in this version legitimately. This fight isn't even that bad, either, which is kind of surprising for me to say considering I just died to it, but listen. We're going to re-equip our status immunity, and we're going to come back to this, and now everything should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Actually, we got some drugs to pass out, and by that I mean, actually, we're going to skip it because, honestly, 1 point of magic is probably not going to be the game changer here. And 2 strength. All 3 of our main party members are maxed out at strength, so... you know. Yeah, we know how this goes. Alright. So we know what must be done here. And we know how to make this work. We should have no real trouble with this. We understand the pattern, just gotta do it. Oh yeah, that's the wrong move. Let me try scrolling down all the way first. Like he'll... Alright, it's in physical offense mode. Or physical, whatever, magic defense mode. Don't electrocute that. Use a heal beam. Fucking hell! Can you guys hit something, please? Also, he's doing a lot of damage, and I was not paying a whole lot of attention to that. Don't kill Chrono. Never mind. I guess you can kill Chrono if you're a dick, which we all know. That Lavos is kind of a dick. Don't Luminaire just yet. Raise Magus. Then we get the heal beam yet again. And then I have to figure out where we are in the pattern, because, yeah. Alright, well if it's doing that, then we should be at the point where we're switched back to physical defense. Okay, so he's doing Chaos Zone. Alright, so he's back to low defense. Oh, I hit the button for that, which apparently not, but oops. Nice. Oh man, that did almost 4,000 damage. That's pretty good. Vegas doing some great work here. At least in the damage front. say, it could be nasty, but it ended up not being much of anything to worry about. Alright, so is physical damage still our way to go here? Yeah, that is definitely still going to be our best bet. Oh, wow. I was expecting that to take even a little bit longer. But as you can see, we may have won the battle, but we didn't really win the plot battle, I guess. Oh no, Chrono Cross is still canon. Damn it. As the second Magus comes back to try and do it again. You fool, how many times do you have to be taught this lesson, old man? Oh wow, she's not completely dead. Also, by the way, that floating sprite for her, I think that's like among the only custom graphics that were made for Chrono Trigger on the DS. Like, everything else is just palette swaps of old stuff, basically. As far as I know, anyway. I think those are unique. The spell casting from the front. Possibly. Magus, now's the time for you to develop a new personality other than your sister. Have you read the fan fiction about yourself? Hopefully not. I say that like I actually know for sure. I kind of don't, but... The internet, weebs, you know. But we have failed to destroy the Dream Devourer, but we did defeat it in combat. And Magus gets incredibly depressed. This is that little bit sort of implies to a lot of people that Magus ended up being Guile in Chrono Cross. And that's not true, although as I've explained before, that is something that was planned to be. And then they decided that they couldn't actually do much with that plotline very well. Instead, Magus became the character McGill in Radical Dreamers. So, almost like becoming Guile in Chrono Cross, except that it's not canon. And he is stricken with horrible amnesia as he wakes up. So horrible that I am in fact going to pronounce it in a very silly way, just like the word horrible itself. And hey, look, it's the DS version credits again. Who cares? We're fast forwarding through this. I've already given my general statement on this, and yeah, the extra content is alright. Decent use and reuse of assets. You know, good on them for figuring out stuff to do with that. And being fairly creative about most of it, and the level design on a basic level. But some of it does have the issue of being a little bit stretched out. Like, the Volcano Dungeon is basically all padding. The Chronopolis Dungeon has a fucking stealth section. And we saw what happened on the Ice Mountain. It was a bit of a mess. And yeah, here's yet another anime cutscene that... I don't know if this is from the same time as the other ones. I believe it was. They were originally on the PS1 release of this, which is on Final Fantasy Chronicles, I believe. I'm fairly certain that I have a copy of it in my closet so I can actually go look. And in fact, I will probably do that after I save up and show off this new piece of equipment. Yeah, overwrite the existing save file. And, oh god. Yeah, so that is supposed to be a little bit of bridging between this game and Chrono Cross. Once again, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you all the thing that we get for beating the post-final boss, the hardest thing in the game, so they give you a new weapon for Chrono. It is the Dream Seeker. It has more attack power than the Rainbow and a 90% critical hit rate, which is completely absurd, but of course at this point, what is the use? Well, I suppose that if you want to do like a full set of the endings, that's always a possibility. Incidentally, I am not going to do a run-through of all of the endings of this game unless somebody wants to, like, throw me a couple of subs or something, which, you know, I know that that's real greedy, but I am very close to a Twitch payout, so that's, like, the only reason why I'm even bothering to be, a little bit more of that, because, you know, it takes so damn long anyway. Because you have to hit $100 on Twitch in order to actually get a payout, and, you know, yeah. You guys understand the basics of this. I'll be back in a second to go and look for that thing I mentioned before. Okay, y'all, I was wrong. I don't have a copy of Final Fantasy Chronicles, but that is indeed what the compilation was called. The one I have is Final Fantasy Anthology, which is 5 and 6. There's also Final Fantasy Origins, which is 1 and 2. And Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is 4 and, for some reason, Chrono Trigger. I guess they didn't think anybody would have liked Final Fantasy 3, or maybe they were like, oh, well, we don't know what to do about the Cloud of Darkness's boobies. Which, I mean, I guess if that's going to be your concern, if that's going to be your primary issue, you might run into some problems. Anyway, the version of Chrono Trigger on Final Fantasy Chronicles is rather infamous for having some extremely severe load times. And a lot of people strongly dislike it for that reason. I do not believe it was retranslated, but it does have all the anime cutscenes that were added in this version. And in fact, I think they're a little bit higher fidelity than they were on here. Of course, not even accounting for screen size stuff or anything. And yeah, a lot of people are not a big fan of that one, but I guess it is a release that was available at the time. It was a way to play it. Square has done a pretty good job of keeping this game fairly available, I do have to say. Which is kind of impressive when you consider that they keep going like, oh, well, nobody actually likes it. I don't understand, man. I don't understand anything.